we do every show. If you didn't know, we talk about women in the NFL, which is super important to us because, as you see, we're all women. And we will check out people that you may not know about. So this segment of the show is super important to us because you need to know about these dynamic women. So who do we have today?
We have, well, I kind of like this being Kate. I'm covering Katie Blackburn. She is the executive vice president of the Super Bowl bound Cincinnati Bengals. She is 56 years old and the daughter of Bengals owner Mike Brown and the granddaughter of Bengals co-founder and coach Paul Brown. She went to Dartmouth for college where she played ice hockey, which is interesting. And then she went on to law school and worked for a Cincinnati law firm. She began working for the Bengals in 1991, October of 1991, in fact. She was the only female in the entire league who was involved in negotiating player contracts.
Okay.
She's pretty powerful, to be honest with you. I was really, impressed with her. She prefers to work off the scenes for the team where she works with the radio broadcasts and the television part of it, making sure all that's running right. She is well-versed in the salary cap, which not a lot of the female execs have been in the league. So she deals a lot with their salary cap and player contracts and negotiations, which I think is pretty badass.
Yeah, that's
nice. So, and she's responsible for getting the team into the community and using the appeal of the players to help different organizations.
Okay.
So she does a hell of a lot for this organization. But I guess when you're the daughter of the owner and the granddaughter of the co-founder, you're going to do a lot. But anyway, she's got 20 plus years of experience in the Professional Football League. And she's the first woman to be the chief contract negotiator for the league.
Wow. So that's awesome.
Got a lot of cool attributes. And she's was important and integral. And I shared part of this with Delilah today. She organized that all of the schools in Cincinnati have the day off after the Super Bowl so that kids can watch and enjoy and not have to worry about going to school the next day.
I've always for that.
I know that petition was going around for a while to move the Super Bowl to Saturday. I'm kind of want it to happen.
Super Bowl Saturday.
I've always wanted that.
It's not on teaching today, but it's Valentine's Day. It's like Super Bowl and then it's Valentine's Day. I'm like,
but yeah, no, I'm glad she did that because either the kids are going to be sad or happy.
That's Katie Blackburn. So if any of you want to add anything or talk about her, go for it.
No, I think the fact that she got a whole city to tell the kids, oh, you don't have to go to school. That's pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's in control of the money.
I think it's crazy that the fact that she has all of these, accomplishments. And it really, she probably got the start from being able to have the people in her family. Right. But for her to be doing all of this, it's really impactful. And I just don't want it to be like her or her family's the people that got her where she is. She really did work to be where she is, and I think she's awesome. I think it's awesome.
I like the community aspect, the fact that she's doing so much to help out with the community, getting the players in the community, because that is one of the most important things is for the children, people in the community, seeing them not just as players, but as members of the community, how they're helping out, because that gets more people interested in football. Because many times there are people that might not be interested in football, but they see these players out doing these great things, and then it gets people into the game.
It does. There's more women watching football now than ever before, and it keeps growing. Which is why I always the NFL has to check itself whenever they step out of pocket.
Right?
Not to alienate their giant female base that's watching.
Absolutely. They said half and half. We're there.
We're gaining ranks. Not just in fans, but in the organization.
Right, exactly. No, I'm glad that I agree with Kat. I actually do like when you should be using the fact that you have this kind of power for good, because you do have that kind of pool, right? Yes. And that's why a lot of people do often change their last names, because they don't want to be associated with their family. You know what I mean? Not because they don't love their family, but I've often found that often they change their name so that way people know, I earned this spot. I really earned so
I earned it. Absolutely.
Kudos to Katie.
Kudos.
We got Katie, Kat, Katie. Yes.
Ladies, we have to move on to the very next segment, but we don't want you to think that it's not going to be a great